Right, so hello everyone. This conversation with Sofía Puerta, and thank you for being able to have this conversation with you.
Pleasure.
You are a journalist,
Yes,
yoga teacher, and also mindfulness-based education instructor, reduction instructor. What does it mean?
mindfulness-based reduction. It's a protocol of 8 weeks designed by a doctor called John Kabat-Zinn 50 years ago, and he was in the Massachusetts General Hospital dealing with patients, and then realized that some of the patients were not able to get better, whatever illness or pain they had, even depression, with traditional medicine. He, being a doctor, a biologist, he said to the doctors in the hospital, let me treat these people with something else. So they believe in him, so they gave him the basement of the hospital, and he took patients once a week to do some practices of meditation, yoga, and mindfulness. For example, body scan meditation, inquiry, yoga, movement, mindful eating, all these practices. Patients were learning this, and they were showing that they were improving. Less pain, management of payment, less stress, and overall better sleep, better relationships, better relationship with their own lives and their daily lives. So this was created as a protocol for 8 weeks, and it changed the life of many people, especially in the medical field, then in the education field, and then in the corporation field. So that's what we teach.
That sounds very interesting. And now we can ask, what does it mean? What does it have to do with software development? Because we are here at JCrete. This is a software developer conference, and developers. But the connection is that developers are sitting in front of the computer all day. So they are working in front of the computer, and they might have deadline stress and everything around, so it's quite a stressful job. And that's why I am asking you, what can we do as developers to reduce stress? What are strategies to follow?
That's a very good question. So developers are creating code for the computer to perform certain tasks, correct? As computer people, we know that we can teach the computer how to do certain tasks. Well, we can do the same with the mind. Our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy, because everything is created by the mind. Every idea creates an action, every action creates a reaction, every reaction creates a habit. So when we repeat things, it's like working on with a muscle. When we strengthen the muscle becomes bigger. Same with the mind. So whatever your mind is, your prana, your energy goes. So putting the energy all the time in the computer is creating that field of energy that is gonna go in that level all the time. But also looking at your body posture. Some people is coding and is sitting on a chair all day long with the feet perhaps a few meters apart with the knees together. This creates a lot of stress in the knees, a lot of stress in the back. So my first suggestion is watch your posture. Not only when you are sitting in front of the computer, but maybe when you are eating, when you're walking, when you're talking. And I notice immediately lengthen your spine, because this is the way, yes. Because if we start moving like this, our body is used to this, because repetition, correct? So we train the body, we train the mind to be balanced. That's what it is. So also we spend a lot of time gazing and staring at the computer, so we barely blink. So that's why in the session we have of chair yoga, we did some eye exercises because we barely exercise the muscles of the eyes. And we barely release tension in the eyes. So for that, we're gonna blink. That's my recommendation. Blink your eyes, so you moist your eyes, and also take time to move your eyes in circles very slowly and connect with your breath. So notice the way you're breathing when you're coding, when you're under stress, when you have a deadline. We tend to breathe, right? Subconsciously, and that creates a lot of hyperventilation in the body, and that leads into anxiety. So we talk about also that we are time travelers. We all are. We travel to the future, projecting, expecting, guessing, and that creates a lot of anxiety because we don't know what's going to happen. And we go in our mind also to the past, remembering, wishing, analyzing, and that creates a lot of depression. So we invite the mind to be in the present moment, right here, right now. That's what in some of this practice you will see people putting the hands together. That means in the present moment, balancing the past, the future, and bringing the moment into reality, because this is the real moment that we have. Past is already gone, future will come. Of course, we need to understand what happened in the future. We have to plan, but if we put all the energy in the future, we're gonna be losing the opportunity to really live in the present moment. So one of the other strategies we can use is the acronym STOP. Stop, take a deep breath, observe, and proceed. Stop. Whatever you're doing for a moment, if you feel anxiety or you're feeling stress in your body, any kind of tension, just stop for a moment, take a deep breath, the T as a take a deep breath, observe how you're feeling, your feet in the ground, your hands in the keyboard, or perhaps you can put your hands together for a moment. Observe your shoulders perhaps opening, observe your spine if it's plunged down, or if you can strengthen a little, and proceed. So that STOP is a really important acronym to have in mind, even in our daily lives with our children, our family, our bosses, our spouses, our friends, and our neighbors. Stop, take a deep breath, observe, and proceed.
So I really enjoyed your session because I had the pleasure to be there, and it was very amazing for me to emphasize that you have to be in the moment, in the present, grounding yourself, and not always thinking about the past and about the future, but also concentrate on the present moment.
This is an ability that we all have. Remember that we are Homo sapiens sapiens, the ones that know. So taking advantage of this Homo sapiens sapiens, we can be aware of that we are aware. So you actually inspired the session, because previous to the beginning of the JCrete on conference, we talk about pain and the way we sit on a chair, and you mentioned that you sit for hours and hours in a chair, and some of you do too. So I was inspired by you, and I said I'm gonna offer a chair yoga, even though I'm not part of the conference. My husband is, because he's a developer, Java champion, and he invited me to come with him, and I said, well, I'm gonna offer chair yoga without expecting. We had a very good turnout, and we had a lot of people doing yoga for the first time, and even chair yoga for the very first time. So you guys learn and explore the possibility of relate to a chair in a different way. We can use the chair as support, also for exercise and stretch. Notice that even animals stretch in the morning. If you see birds, they stretch. If you see cats, dogs, they stretch. We need to stretch before we sit in on a chair. So maybe take a time to perhaps put in your hands on that chair and stretch your back in whatever way arm up, one leg up, the other leg up, and maybe move your head side to side and use your chair for support. So your chair can be also as your mind, your best friend, or your worst enemy for your body. Yeah.
So thank you very much for all those advices. So I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you. I enjoy having
the session and this conversation as well. So thank you for the opportunity.
Yes.
And sharing all those advice with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.